Good evening, Drewz Views here, Drewz Booze here, back for another Drewz Halloween Views. I did episode 1 of The Haunting of Hill House from Netflix, and I wasn't sure if I was going to continue or not, see what the people said, but I got some comments asking me to, and it seems like the views for my first reaction there looking pretty good, so I decided to keep going for now at least, and I'm going to react to the second episode and see how I like this one. So the first episode, I liked it overall. I thought that the acting was good. There's some interesting cinematography and things like that. Ghost stories in general is not really my thing so much, like the paranormal activities type of stuff, but as long as it's like a good drama or a good story, I can get into pretty much anything for the most part. And some commenters said that the show's like really more about family drama than scares or whatever I'm thinking, or that seems to be what they're saying. But either way, in the first episode, it kind of set up like a past and present situation. These kids are all adults now, but when they were kids, they lived in this like haunted house type of thing. Their dad got them out of there. Their mom evidently died. The mom played by Carla Gugino. I mentioned in the other reaction that she was in a movie I enjoyed from Netflix called Gerald's Game, and I didn't realize at the time, but the dad, the younger dad at least in the past time, was also an actor in that movie playing her dad in a flashback, and I don't want to like spoil that movie, but it was pretty messed up. But anyway, he seems like a good guy more in this episode, or in this show, so far at least, but
it's okay. It's okay.
Apparently, he doesn't get along well with his children. Well, Steven, the oldest one, was mostly the focus of that first episode. Clearly, him and his dad don't get along anymore. There's some flashbacks about tabloid stuff, whatever happened to the mom in the house. And then all the children are kind of messed up a little bit, it seems like. Well, Steven seems like the most normal one so far. And I guess his other sister, too, is all right. She has like a funeral home or something. He's just got divorced, but he writes books. That was a friction between him and the sister and maybe the rest of the family. He wrote a book about their experiences that they didn't like, but he doesn't actually believe in the ghost stuff. But then maybe he will now, because he saw his other sister as a ghost at the end of the episode. His dad called him, the dad now in the current timeline, or the present, who's older, saying that the younger sister, went back to the house and died as well, but he saw her in his room as a ghost. His brother was in there looting from him. He's a drug addict. He's messed up, it seems like. And then they had another sister who I cut some of my parts of the reaction out of the first one where I was getting kind of confused about some things. I was initially confused for most of the episode about how many kids there were. Evidently there's 5. I guess 4 now. The youngest daughter died apparently. I assume she'll still be in the show and back and forth flashbacks and whatever, but I was a little confused about how many kids there are, but there's 5 apparently. The one, I guess middle sister, we saw her picking up a girl at a club and then kicking her out kind of. She was wearing like gloves, something, so that was weird. There's something about that, I think. Yeah, and then the brothers, they're saying he has drug problems. He was in the house with the parent. Did he see the ghost sister? We don't know. He was telling his brother when he was apparently looting him, but he said something to Steven like, it's not what it looks like, or which a drug addict probably would say that, but knowing the show with the haunted stuff and the spirits and everything, maybe it is something more. Then in the flashback times, there was this couple that was there that are supposed to like be the innkeepers for the house or whatever, the housekeepers. The dad said something about they have to stay on, and then the woman was like talking religious stuff, so that's probably something.
You have any other ideas about that red door upstairs?
Oh, afraid not for that one.
Anyway, I'm thinking maybe the focus was more on Steven that time, but since it's kind of an ensemble, I think maybe each episode will be maybe focused on a different character. The only way to find out is to jump on into this one, which is The Haunting of Hill House, Season 1, Episode 2, Open Casket. Let's do it. That's the older sister. So they all the siblings woke up like this at that time last episode. So it's probably when Nellie, the sister, died, I guess.
Last night was bad. She looked different. Her fingers were purple. She did have teeth, and she did not have hair.
This kid was in the first
I wanna see
episode
her
also.
again.
To you about why you might be having these dreams.
So some of the kids are in Massachusetts, some are in California. I'm not sure where the flashback takes place, the house. They probably said last episode, but...
Better picture?
That's right. Before she's ever even in the casket, I'm gonna fix her. That's what I do. Give her a bath, make sure she's clean and soft.
We're getting the process here.
And we put special chemicals in so she stays fixed forever.
Alright, we're back in the past
Is
time.
that Hill House?
No. Come here, take a look.
This is the young, what's her name there?
This is our forever house.
I guess maybe this episode, if my theory is correct, this episode will probably be more about this daughter.
I see a family running to a dinner table.
Kajino does look kind of like the actress that plays her older.
You know, a house is like a person's body. The walls are like bones. The pipes are veins. Needs to breathe. Needs light and flow.
It's filled with ghosts.
Then we're gonna build the forever house. And we won't have to move ever again.
One last job, huh? Okay, Shirley is her name.
Ask Theo. Maybe she'll have one with you.
Doesn't look like it. It really does look like a castle over there. The imaginary friend from the first episode. The mysterious door. There's something moving in there last time.
Oh. Hi. You're just the cutest little thing.
Is the cat, the mom cat dead?
It's a wasp nest. Probably an old one. I don't blame you for screaming.
Yeah. Built it around this. No dogs on the property.
Well, sure there are. The kids have been hearing them at night. They've heard them every night since we got here.
The ghost dogs. Way of the samurai.
You're killing me. Killing me, Mom.
Can't you just decorate that to look like Devil Man? Or
Aiden.
there's no such thing as ghosts, and you know that. Go upstairs.
Or are there? Jaden.
Forever house.
More than half of our intakes last quarter were special cases. If it's more than half, it's not special, it's normal.
Your wife definitely helped, but he's still nervous.
Was that a ghost? Or I guess it was later this night that Steven saw the ghost.
Without an insurance policy, it's $6,000 a month, and we do recommend a 4 to.
Better write some more books. Obviously, this is before the scene from last episode where she is pregnant and mad at him. Yeah, she's still wearing those gloves.
We love you.
Kind of looks like Aaron Rodgers.
You got this.
He can do it.
Guess not.
I don't know, I kind of like the Captain Lame mask.
Beg me. She has to be like a cool Aunt Thea.
I did not.
Jaden.
So watch your tone, unless you want to spend Halloween as Captain Grounded.
Weird. Solo account. His name's on the checkbook.
Just gotta save money if you're giving it all away.
What do you want? I don't even. Why are you banging on the wall? I'm not.
You are.
No one hears them screaming.
It was so loud. How could you not hear it?
I believe you. They can bang, jump in the walls.
Can they say her name? I'll probably call and tell her about the sister.
She killed herself. And she was.
Well, you're wrong. Someone. They got it wrong. He can't do that again. He can't just not tell us what happened. He can't.
Well, you're adults now. You find out. dead.
Well, because she was a very special cat. She deserves a special place to rest.
You knew her for one day.
It's called a eulogy.
You'll learn all about them when you run a funeral home.
When I called Jasper. She was a good kid.
I guess she might have him for a couple of days.
She's alive.
What? Honey, I know this is
Her
hard.
lips are moving.
Yeah.
Honey, let someone else do it. You need to focus on you.
She's my sister. I'm hosting her funeral.
She said up there, I guess the house is in Massachusetts or somewhere up there.
Cheryl.
I guess he's saying Cheryl, like, because her name is Shirley, right? Not Cheryl.
It's a moment of truth.
Don't worry, son. A bug probably won't come out of your grandma's mouth here.
I don't want to see her.
The mom's funeral, I guess.
Absolutely
Let
not.
me see what condition she's in.
I promise
guess
you,
not.
you have nothing to worry about.
You don't know her.
So she said that she was married. I assume that's her husband in the picture. Where is he?
I owe her this.
This is too much for anyone.
The hours, the bugs. I'm doing it, Kevin.
Just can't.
Are they still sleeping?
Are they all gonna be dead now?
No.
No bugs? Ooh.
You have to get two grown men to a goddamn airport. Get it done.
She's doing it herself.
This is
Yes.
newly ex-wife, I guess.
We found it a new home. We couldn't let you try to take care of a pet who was so sick.
Why would you give away the last one, the only one left?
Just quiet.
It's not fair! It's not fair! Stop it!
Well, that's the mom freaking out right now.
A minute since you had one of your color storms.
I couldn't understand what he just called it.
Fireworks, but black. First migraine in what, a year? It happens at the worst possible moment.
Should have said they brought it to like a pet store or something.
You let her keep a box of diseased kittens in her bedroom. And now she's traumatized. I lie to her face and lock up with a migraine.
This was not our finest hour, no doubt.
I won't lie to you. Any questions you have are completely normal, okay?
What are you doing to her?
I just finished embalming her. It helps her look how we remember her.
Where is she now?
I don't know, Allie. Nobody knows. Trying to go pick your favorite picture of Auntie now from one of the albums.
I guess those are only kids from the next generation. Doesn't seem like any of the other siblings have any kids. Also, when we saw her pregnant last episode in the flashback, I guess it was with the younger kid since 6 years ago, and this one was, they were still on good terms, her and Steven.
I'm so excited. You're gonna look amazing. Lucky for us, a famous author at your wedding.
You promised.
I know.
Well, earlier she said he didn't show up, so maybe is she gonna like tell him to stay away or something?
I just wanted to make sure that I got to tell her that I was happy.
Look at me. Guess who they called when you ran away last week? Last week?
Cheryl, she's expecting me to be here.
Oh, no, she's not. Nobody is. You can shoot up the rest. I don't care. This is the last I ever give you. You're gonna have a perfect wedding, Nellie.
Almost perfect.
I'm sorry.
Oh, not again.
You fixed her.
That's what I do.
I wonder if she saw the body before that. That's the mom. Every episode gonna end with one of them seeing a ghost of a dead relative. All right, so I like that episode. I'm liking the cutting back and forth. You know, it was in the first one too, obviously, but the back and forth between past, present, and then even in between stuff from the past, not when they're kids, but from earlier, all that stuff. It's pretty well done. Direction, cinematography is still really good here. Acting, everything. Trying to figure out what's going on exactly. We learned a little bit more about the mom this time. She was having that migraine or whatever. It seemed to be related to, maybe seemed to be related to living in the house. She said it was like the first time in a year. And it happened when she was talking about the cats, that was the whole storyline there with the cats. So evidently we get kind of the origin story for, they keep saying Cheryl, but I think they were saying Shirley before. So Cheryl, like a nickname for Shirley, I guess. It was an interesting flashback to her at her mother's funeral. Then that's why I guess that's what's going on with her and the kid, and having her own funeral home and all that. Obviously it made a huge impact on her, how the mom looked and got fixed up and everything. So much to the point that she wants to do it for her own sister, which is kind of messed up, but I kind of can understand it at the same time. Like, people can grieve in different ways. She doesn't want anyone else to do it. You know, she wants to be the one to make the sister Nellie look right and everything like that. Yeah, and she's a good actress. I don't have what her name is, but I would say she reads to me as a little bit older than the other kids, like, even though she's not supposed to be the oldest. It's Dario is, Steven, and yeah, it seems like she's the only one with kids. We saw Steven's wife real quickly this time, which apparently is, they just broke up. And then we don't, as far as I understand, we don't know what happened to Nellie's husband yet, or is it ex-husband? I don't know. We saw this wedding stuff, but he doesn't seem to be around now. He wasn't obviously with her last time or anything. And she's all messed up, so maybe her issues is probably what would have drawn them apart or whatever. And then the Luke, the brother, that was a pretty sad scene, you know, when he actually did try to go to her wedding, but Shirley wouldn't let him come in because he's high and all that, so there'll be an episode about him next time. Or it seems like maybe they're going in, because I think Shirley's the second oldest, so if they're going in order, I think the sister, Theo, I believe, with the gloves, I guess maybe it'll be her episode next time. Still don't know what this glove stuff's about exactly. It was cute though that her niece is imitating and all that, but it seems to be for some psychological reason or whatever. Or is it something related to the Hill House? Probably. All this stuff seems to be, and it seems like going down the line too. I mean, we saw Luke looking at in the first episode, he had the invisible, or what Steven said was an imaginary friend, but he said he really saw her. And then we saw in this episode, he really did see something. There was a whole scene with Theo saying there's banging on the walls, calling her name, and then Shirley heard it too. And then we obviously in the first episode with Nellie and the ghost lady or whatever, so it seems like she was the most affected of all of them. So it seems like going top to bottom is more and more affected by whatever happened in the houses here. And probably, I guess the mom was the most, and Nellie followed in her footsteps or whatever, but we didn't get any of that. The wife from the housekeeping duo this time, we saw the husband again. He's kind of claiming ignorance to like hearing dog noises and all that. I mean, but at night, but there's probably a reason why they don't stay there in the house. Like it was brought up last time, they probably know something. And the dad last time with the lawyer in that scene said he wants them to stay on with the house, so it's gotta be something they know. But with both, I mean, they're both being ruled as suicides, even though it's probably, you know, mama and daughter, even though it's probably ghost or spirit related or whatever. That maybe did they make them kill themselves or whatever happened, but we didn't see what happened to the mom yet, like how she looked when she was dead, because we just saw her at the funeral this time. With Nellie, it seems like she had little splotches or red marks on her, so I don't know, would that be caused by a fall, jumping off a roof or balcony or something? I don't know, but I'm sure we'll be getting more info. But yeah, I think this second episode made me a little more interested to continue than the first one did, I'll say. I liked the theme of, I mean, the first one was more about Steven not believing in we see what his career is now because of it's like about being a skeptic or showing why the ghosts aren't real and whatever. And then her Shirley's career is all about death and making people look good after their death or explaining things like that. I should be continuing this series for now then for my reactions here, even though Halloween will be over. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have the next one out like in the next couple of days or a week or whatever, but I'll get it out though. Still doing another hour-long reaction to Peaky Blinders if anyone's interested in that or any of the other videos on my channel. Feel free to check them out and subscribe if you like or whatnot. Leave me a comment. And until then, Drewz Booze is out of here. Peace.